Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Brad. Good morning, Marty. How are you, buddy? Good morning, Steven. Good morning, Sayed. Good morning. Randolph. Good morning, buddy. Long time, my friend. AKU. Good morning. All right, guys. Let's get the show on the road. It's action-packed couple of days, and we got some stuff here going on. If we're looking at the bigger picture, and this is very important, look what we are looking at right here. Captain set up long on the 200 NT Rinko. That is a massive, massive event right here. This is the kind of event, if we hold on to uh, 829 throughout the day, then our price structure is going to be a reversion to the mean above 18,000. Yeah. What the market is doing right here is a buy signal, and my bias this morning is to start looking for buying opportunities as long as we do not break under 829. We have a captain set up long on the 200 NT Rinko. Okay, so that's one thing. On ES, let's take a look. Uh, you don't want to see 5101 and a quarter. We have a harmony zone number 1 and 2. Zone number 1 support is 113 by 110, 107 by 104. We're at harmony zone number 2, so that's a little bit weaker than NQ. Okay, so I need to watch for that because that could start a little bit of pressure on NQ if we actually close below 5101 and a quarter. Execution, what did we do yesterday? Yeah, here we go. Let's go. So yesterday was a beast. Like, we closed the room. I was up $650 in the room, and when the market starts selling off and doing all this stuff, and I got involved. Where are we? Yeah, let me see here. So while we're waiting on this market, okay, we hit harmony zone number 2. I don't know why I didn't. Yeah, because I'm talking here. So yesterday, think in and around this time, that's when we closed the room. We were at 650, and I ended up putting on some trades after that, and ended up closing at 25.20. So that's how I ended up yesterday. And it was just a combination of actually being long and then close to the, had a bunch of shorts in there too, and ended up with a long toward the end of the day. So that was yesterday. That's how we finished. And now let's figure out this morning. So so basically, what the market is doing is it's spending time, and that's consistent with a consolidated market, by the way. is we're spending time between harmony zone number 1 and 2 and in and around Globex, right? So what the market is telling us that they're pausing, they're consolidating, they're digesting that huge sell-off that it seems like it's never going to end yesterday. So expect a little bit of that type of behavior, which means that the probability is the edges of price are what we should be trading and not the middle of the range, because you're seeing them like early on they respected the middle of the range, but now we're going in a place where they're just going through it, and then going right through the middle of the range. Here they did a little bit better, but that's a typical behavior of a consolidation. Okay. So here we go. We should be going to 75 or there you go. See that? See, that's the edge of price, that 62 into a run up to Globex. So that's, they're not trending here at all. I'd rather be kind of as long as we continue to trade above 829. Support is the 50s to the 44. And we don't want to see 829. Eight, 55, 45. They're pushing. I get it. I mean, that's support area right here. See that madness right here? Wow. It's crazy. So we got very close. We got very, very close. So they flush it, make it look like it's just desperate, and they run it up. And that's where I'm saying we're better off fading the sell-offs into buying it. And if they rally it up, I'll be a little bit more apprehensive of getting short, just due to location. But just kind of, at least that's just my way of looking at this market right here. When we have a captain set up long right there, I don't want to go against it. Ethan, good morning. Look at that. And this type of behavior, that's a V recovery type of price, where they flush it, run the stops, and come and pick them back up. The target for this rotation, all of it together, is 929. Okay, so we're looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity, and I'm patient, waiting and looking at this market. We should try to get to 75. Maybe not. See that? That's a captain set up long. We should be punching back up. Good morning, Marty. Matthew, good morning. Stephen, good morning. Said, good morning. Adam, good morning. Brad, good morning. Khaled, good morning. How are you, buddy? Good morning, good morning. Captain set up long on the 40 NT Rinko, the 30 NT Rinko. A captain set up long here on the 20 NT Rinko. They're trying to stabilize these prices. They're trying. We start breaking above Glowback. So that's 8:15. Do we have any more news coming up? We have Fed chair at 12:15. A little bit of failure structure here. Let's see if we can get a move back up. Oof. Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, we should be at 55. Can you hear me better? David, stick this thing in my face. See that? They just loving these demand areas right here. Harmony zone number 2 is just holding up. It's almost like you have to fade the attempt at breaking. Now this is something different that the market just did. Okay, the fact that the 100 NT wrinkle flipped negative, that's not good, really. Okay, and at the 829, that's just a problem right here. Little more would be good. I mean, I don't know how to increase it. Let me see here. Let me get my audio all taken care of. Yeah, no, that's a headphone. Yeah, damn. Okay, the 29. I mean, that kind of puts the structure a little bit bad here. You know, for the longs at least. Okay, let me see if I can get the audio right. All right, let's go revisit this idea again. All right. So the conclusion of this candle lower and that 29 close, that's not a good thing for the longs. 804 is the next target. You have harmony zone number 1 as resistance at 854 by 864. Zone number 2 is 79 by 89. Target is 804. I mean, if we break that structure, we're going to get to target number 3 of the sequence, 775.75. Where I would reevaluate this idea if we break anything above Globex, and Globex is at 879. These type of patterns right here, they're gonna defend it. It's not gonna be one of those things where, at least I don't think they're gonna just slice right through it. You know, so I'm expecting a fight and a two-sided market, but right now the shorts are taking the initiative with this closure, and I'm just going to be patient and wait and see more of price action. Also remember where we at. We're at the bottom end of the Globex band, so that's going to be a price, or that's an area where they tend to try to fade, and you see how they're taking out stops. Like they literally took that stop low 36, and then boom, ran it back up. So we're running it back into resistance. So that's resistance. Ultimately, the market's still structured to the short, especially with this closure, but we're getting a counter behavior. And this is a market where I feel like I need to be trading the edges and start very small. Yeah, so we should get a little bit of a pullback right here. 57, probably to 57. Interesting, huh? Okay. So the market is out of sync again. And we're trading back to that Globex important level. I'm going to be looking for pullbacks as a scalping opportunity to the long side. But ultimately, I want to really see a closure above 907. That will seal the deal, and that will make me a little bit more aggressive on the long side if that happens. Right now, the market is a little bit fragile. If you try to trend trade in this environment right now, you're gonna get slapped around. Just to let you know. You're gonna get a little bit of oversized moves on both sides. The market is gonna flush, reverse, gives you the impression it's gonna run up and break, and it's gonna come back in. It's gonna be that type of market. That's what we're seeing right now. We are in the neutral zone, and the distribution of that neutral zone is between 80 and 89, and the accumulation phase of it is 50 to 65. Born again, good morning. See, that's a switch trade. We should see a push toward Globex right now against that 60 level. I don't want to see that. That's not good. Captain set up long on ES. Um, Globex on ES is 5101. Yeah, they're that'll be interesting at 71 half if they close that. Maybe an opportunity I could take it with one contract. No. 71 half. 71 half. My stop is right here. That is a whole lot of chop right here. I'm not going to give it that much room. It's either it's going to start punching up or I'm going to take a very small stop. Stop. Ooh. What kind of noisy ass action is this? Come on, baby. Thank you. I take it. I'll take it. So that trade made us $446. And let's go on to the next decision. Obviously, it has a whole lot more to give, but you know, whatever. We got in. I got in. I got in good. I added to it good. I exited it right around Globex, which is good because typically they'll just jack around with people around that level. It has a lot more to offer. Good for it. That's fine. And I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit surprised. I was a little bit surprised by the fact that I took a captain's. I mean, I put a captain setup short right here, but it wasn't acting right. It just wasn't acting right. So I took it, but when they close, and I put my stop like literally right there. Okay, captain setup, switch trade long on NQ. We have big targets coming up, and we're gonna see some massive moves to the upside. We're gonna see 929 coming up, 929 coming up. Then after that, we're gonna see 950, and after that, we're gonna see 997. Pullbacks are buyable. We'll reevaluate uh, this if we break under 55. Come on, guys, hit that like button. Thank you for spending your day with us. Let's do it. I mean, it's just funny. I mean, that move that I did, it wasn't such a big move, but it's still. Like right here, we should see a pullback to target number 2, which is a pullback to 888. There you go. 9 o'clock. See that? That's them trying to challenge and retest. We should go to 96. I mean, I could have just gotten into it 86, but yeah, railroad. But just be careful. Do you know why? Because we're very close to Globex, and they tend to just produce a lot of noise here. So, I mean, you have to, if you're gonna get in here. I mean, yeah, it's working. If you're gonna get in here, you have to be able to protect it in and around that 70. It has a target of 904 here, so we should be able to get to 904. We hit the 900. You break into the 904. Right now, here it comes. Here you go. So, okay, that's fine. I mean, that's the bullish behavior. It's happening. Ooh, getting spicy here. Back to Globex. I mean, like right here. Ah. Yeah, no, I gotta cancel this order. It's coming a little bit stronger on it, and most likely they're gonna flush it. That's fine, but let me see if I can. 79.89. I mean 79.69. 69 is right here. Let's see if I can get there. 69. Yeah, well, what did I do? I put a 79 order and I canceled it like a wimp. Okay. Damn it. Oh. It just when it did this little tail, I was like, man, they're gonna just flush it. Let me wait for a lower price. Can I get my order back? That was spot on. 79 and a quarter. That's where I had it. Or close to it. So what they established. How's everybody doing, by the way? Where we at across the board? Marty, where you at, buddy? Matthew, any trades? I know you were short. You collected, I'm sure. Mike, Khaled, Adam, where we at, buddy? Brad, Steven, Sayed. Still waiting, okay. Up to 2.6. All right. Flat, Khaled, okay. Ooh, Marty. Okay, losing. All right, that's fine. That's fine. You're not losing today. It's just you have a simple drawdown. You're gonna overcome it. $1,700 multiply 1 PA and 9 evals in evaporated. Okay, that's fine. Reload. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Okay, Stephen. So we're spending some time around Globex. Okay, so we have two support areas to protect the price. One is Harmony Zone number one, which is 79 by 69. Harmony Zone number two, which is 54 by 44. And we're looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity. We'll reevaluate the longs if we break anything under like 60s and 55s. I'm gonna have to just pause. I mean, there's a bit of defense that the market can do right here, and the expectation is to these pullbacks have a big target of 929. 929. I mean, look at him now coming in. So we broke the channel as channel number one, and then channel number two, and they broke it. And they're coming back in trying to protect it. Okay? I get it. It's that kind of day. It is that kind of day. If we break 904, then pullbacks become viable and the market become in sync on the long side, and 929 is going to be a very distinct possibility. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. ES. Let's talk about ES a little bit here. Uh, ES is actually still weaker. Yeah, it's still weaker. You really need a complete reversal at 5107 and a half. That is very critical for NQ, by the way. So I want to see the 904. I want to see the pullback hold, and I want to see ES get to 5107 and a half. That will set the stage for a solid market to the upside. Here comes that 904. They're putting it on. They're putting it on, guys. They're putting it on. I may have to get a little bit aggressive and trade in a bit of a range. This is not appropriate for apex trading because I'm going to be, taking a bigger, wider range of prices, and I have bigger targets to go for, including 997. So I'm gonna see if I can accumulate in a zone and look for here we go. Let's see. Let them pull back. Let them pull back. I want them to pull back. I don't want to see, for example, 68. 68. So basically my risk is 68. 68. Yeah, they're trying, they're trying, they're trying. So they're playing around Globex. So I wanna see pull back. I wanna protect 68. I mean they even if they take out 68, that's gonna put it will put me in a holding pattern, really. So I want to make sure that all these prices as they come back down, they're 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 not weak and we're making higher lows. So they made a low and a higher low here. Okay, we're too close to glowbacks. They're putting a switch trade, so they're gonna pull back a little bit, a little bit down. If we break 97, that will set the stage for a captain setup long on the 30 NT Rinko. Okay. A lot of churning going on. The bias for me, at least, is for the to the upside with a target of 929. There's a lot of noise, and considering the price action that we saw yesterday of directional market, whenever the market, like, you could almost count on this. Every time you have a huge day before, doesn't matter if it's a long or short, and the market was trending and directional, 9 out of 10, the follow-up day is going to be consolidation in the middle of the range, is going to be choppy as hell. Okay, you could count on that. So basically, if you are coming into the middle of the range and going with a railroad or something like that, you're gonna get a higher percentage of these trades doing this type of noise. Look at that. Like, okay, so you went 2 candles, you come back, it stops you out. It goes back up. You want to get in there, it stops you out. Here, eventually, they ended up going with a switch trade. But a day like that, you almost have to start very small and add to it within a range. Here comes that 929. I mean, look at this one here. I mean, I barely survived that one. And then I added to it into a target. I mean, that could have stopped me easy. And that's just kind of the nature of price action. They're not truly respecting the middle of the range. Everybody wants to talk to me right now. Here we go. 929 is the target we've been talking about. Target number 2 here is 23. So 23 and 29. Here it comes. Boom. Let's go. Let's go, but why I'm not in it? Damn. I needed to be in this one. All right, so we hit that target. Next target is 954. 954. Harmony zone number one shifted to 904 by 894. Harmony zone number two is 79 by 69. Pullbacks are buyable. We'll reevaluate the longs if we break under Globex of 879. And ES is behaving accurately here, finally. And that's why I was saying we really needed that 107 and a half, and we got it. We got it. So now the stage is set for pullbacks to be bought with solid support right under it. We have a target for ES at 513. Okay, that's the support area right here. Let's see if we can find ourselves an entry. We're at 900. We should be punching up to 08, 012. A captain set up long if we break above the 04. We should punch up here. We should punch up. Let's see if we can get to 19. That has the potential of getting to 19. That's a support. We establish harmony zone number 2. Yeah, here comes the 10 break. Here goes that 20. Wow. Is the market making sense to you guys? Or it never makes any sense, huh? But you understand that it's just the targets and why and the structure and why and all that good happy stuff. Jeff, good morning. Nine oh seven. $99, 90. Wow. 83. So a little bit of heavier selling pressure coming in here. We have harmony zone number 1 and 2 are out of sync. We'll see here. We'll see. I mean, there's a couple of patterns here that I'm not really too keen on, but I don't know why I'm. Here we go, Captain. Set up long, potentially. Oh boy, they got me on that one. Here we go. I'm gonna take a stop right here. Small stop. I think it's gonna actually pay, but I'm just not. I didn't like the fact that they put a captain setup and then flushed it. So that's something that I'm gonna protect myself a little bit. Take a small stop. Just move on. Don't want to be too heavy here in and around Globex. And I don't want to be adding in anything around Globex either. Switch trade, so we should be punching up. Here it goes. You got to break 905. So this is gonna be the market is just basically trading in and around Globex. That's what they're doing right here. Yeah, no bueno. Okay, so we're back into harmony zone number one. Bouncing between those two levels. The longs need to take 905 for them to be back in action. Oh, looky at the trappy. They're trapping people. So they're oscillating back and forth between harmony zone number one and two. So they're consolidating and they're doing it around Globex. And they're jumping into Globex, and they just keep playing that game. So I'm gonna be patient. I mean that this is support, this is resistance. They're just tossing people around those two levels. If we break anything above 91, that would be a captain setup long on the 50 NT Rinko. 91. Selling, selling, selling. Now you most likely back to Globex. 79. Yeah, 79. Here it goes to 79. If they go to 79, they're gonna start shaking some people. Back to 79. If we get to 79 again, we're gonna bust to 85, 95. I'm reading the market. I'm just trying to figure out if I can, understand what they're doing here. I mean, they're showing weakness. I mean, if we break, the 80, the 79, 80, I mean, that's the significant event. Damn. Okay. I mean, that is some choppy ass stuff right here. So we got the first target. We didn't get the second target that we were looking for. And now just the market has to prove itself back again to 35s. I mean, we didn't want to see that level kind of hit, which is the 53. Definitely a market where I need to be extremely selective and scalpy. Captain set up long. I'm gonna have to put my stop right here and look for a target. 79 or better. I'm going to break even. I'm not messing around with this market. Ah, that's too bad. Break even. I'll take break even. All right, let's see where we at. That's where we at so far. 393. We just a little bit off the high. We took a small stop and then a break even trade. Just want to be patient and see where this thing is going. All right, let's take a look at ES. Okay, Harmony Zone number 1 as resistance 88 by 91 and 95 by 98. Next target is 50.76 and a quarter. Reevaluate the shorts if we break anything above 50.94. With this 200 NT Rinko candle reversal that we just did, the next target is going to be 17.829. We have resistance at 879 by 889 and 904 by 914 as a second zone. And we'll reevaluate the shorts if we break anything above 900. 17,900s. Rallies are shortable till proven otherwise. So I'm looking at the bigger picture here. Captain setup, switch trade, and it moves one candle and one candle only, and you get a complete reversal. So, you know, the 830 is a critical level. Obviously, you know, the 806 is a critical level. But the longs really need to kind of come in between that range. The 840 to the 810. So that 30 points is going to be a very, very critical for the longs. If they fail to put on any type of defense, then we're gonna fail that whole structure. Okay, so just keep an eye on buy signals in that area. I think we just got one too. Yeah, here we go. We got a captain set up long right here. So what would get me to be long? So I mean, one thing that's happening here is we're getting a break of this channel. So now the 50 to the 40 is a rising support. You break above glowbacks, that means all these people that stayed short in this rotation are getting trapped. Okay, then if we're making higher lows into that type of formation, then 900 is a possibility. You get to 900, then you know, then the long narrative will start taking hold. See that? So, okay. But the market has to prove itself. Like, I'm not going to just go long anymore here. I just have to wait. I have to look for prices above 80, and I want to see how they test it. So my best trade here is patience. So we took a couple of trades, profitable, and two stops that were very small. One break even, and one was a $50 stop. When I realized the market was just not doing it. So now we hurry up and watch and look for these levels and see how they treat them. Hey Shingo, good morning, buddy. Good morning. So that's where what we've done today, and that's where we at. And we are at equity high. We had a big day yesterday. Actually, we had a good stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days in a row. Profitable. So let's keep it going. Key is reading. I got to read this market accurately, and I have to be patient when I need to be patient. Now what we're seeing here is the market that is out of sync. We've broken into glowbacks, and we're coming back to um, when they're gonna pull it back. I get it. I mean, they broke that channel, right? So they broke this channel, and now they're trying to establish this channel. They broke glowbacks, but they're retesting this zone right here, which is a resistance zone. So that's why I'm saying we really need to break all this structure above this level right here. So you got to go back up there. And you could see signs of pullbacks, and they're trying to hold it, and they're playing games and all that stuff. So yeah, it's an automatically maintained mic. I don't have to maintain anything. It just, you open up your account and it's there. $68. Okay. Okay, so that's good. That's good. I'm trying to protect. I don't know why I'm all. Here we go, but whatever. So let's go here. So you start breaking 80 again, then the sequence. No, not well. So far, Khaled, it's you're not. We're the nature of the market is to consolidate what happened yesterday, which is a typical behavior. A typical behavior uh, after the market makes a major move the prior day. And just think about it. The market makes such a directional move the day before that, and it crushes people left, right, and center. And and it is just and it's a persistent price action. Anybody that tried to fade it just got crushed yesterday. Okay, so the day after, there are so many traps, and the market, a lot of people are expecting a bounce, and that you're every bounce that you're seeing, the market comes in, and the sellers try to re engage with the price, and try to um, sorry, hold on one second. I'm looking at the price breaking that 80 again. I want to see what it wants to do here. That may be an opportunity. But the bottom line here is if you ever want to know with high degree of accuracy when we will have a consolidation day, it's always going to be after a big move the prior day, because the market is digesting the prior action. So when you're saying, are we going to have a decisive one directional move versus this up one candle, down one candle? Yeah, we will, but we have to get out of some of these ranges that we are in. So you either break 17,800 or you break above 975. Okay. Another place that we need to see, look at this right here. See 930 right here, that whole purple zone is the Globex band. Whenever you are trading within Globex band, you're going to get a choppy two-sided market. When you trade either below it, which is 830 and lower, or 940 and higher, you are going to get more momentum and directional market. So that's how I would know that we are exiting this type of market into a market with a different personality. Okay. If you find yourself trading in and around Globex, which is the 879, 879, that by definition tells you that the market is in balance. And you're going to get a lot of choppiness. So I'm going to be, careful and look for that type of break either above or below the market, and anything in the middle or between. I'm going to, if I see something really beautiful here and I can't help myself and I have to, my finger just want to push the button and trade. If that has to happen, it's going to be one contract. It's going to be scalp. And I'm going to focus on the 20 NT Rinko chart and play it that way. What does Globex mean? When the market opens at 5 o'clock Central Time, to start the Globex session, the price that starts that session is called Globex. And trading above it is bullish, trading under it is bearish, and it's a point of inflection and balance in the market. And you see it as a significant level throughout the day, every day. Every single day, Globex is significant. Ethan, does that make sense to you? Five p.m. Central Time open. That's when the Globex session opens. Because they shut down the market from 4 to 5 Central. And 5 opens up, and the price that opens up that session is called the Globex price. And after, that open also starts the Globex session. And that session remains open till the market open, the cash market open at 8:30 Central. So you go from closing the market from 4 to 5 to opening Globex session to opening the cash session. So basically, when I programmed the system, I made it to where it paints Globex with this checkered line every time. So if I go back, that's a big ass day. Here we go. 2 o'clock. Here you go. April 16, it opened up right here. Actually opened up at 5 o'clock, sorry. Here we go. See that right here? That's when the market opened, and that is at that time, 1700. All right, 10 o'clock. Yeah, it's very important to know the importance of Globex and the importance of the Globex band and range and the type of personalities that exist in and around those price structures and ranges, because they will set the tone for how you should act toward them. It sets the personality of the day. It sets the personality of price action. It gives you ranges that you need to break above and below before you act. It's just a wealth of information that I need to be very aware of. All right, so an important event is a 54 close. If we break 54 close, then a couple of things are happening. You're getting to a captain setup switch trade short on the 50 NT Rinko, and you're confirming the captain setup short that's on the 40 NT Rinko. So if we break the 54, then I'm gonna start getting active on the short side. If we broke the 83, then that changes things. you're gonna start getting, yeah, here we go, back to Globex. Yeah. So that idea of 54, 53 is not happening. That's fine. Give you the impression of selling off, then coming back and whacking people. So what we're seeing here is a two-sided market. The 200 and the 100 are out of sync. Wednesday and Thursday. It's 80%. So I mean, okay, let me show you something here because that's just important. And there's two levels. Okay. That's the captain set up short that they ran it over. So that's a trap. Then right here, we had a captain set up short on the 70 NT wrinkle up here, and we're coming to challenging it. So that's going to be an area of distribution up here, and depending on how well the distribution happens, is gonna set the stage for what is to come. Okay, but that's a bigger chart, wrinkle range, and the market really responded very well to that captain setup by selling off. And now they trap these shorts and they're coming back up to these distribution areas. So we'll see. I mean, the longs have to prove themselves, right? Hey, Khaled, I'm sending you a message, man. Hey, Marty, I'm sending you a message, man. All right. So what are we seeing also here is the time. The time that we are spending in and around Globex. That is information. And that tells me market is just building stops on both sides of the market, giving false signals on a breakout and a breakdown, spending a lot of time at balance. That's information. And that information tells me that I need to under trade. If I trade, be very selective. While being selective, trade the minimum number of contracts. Scalp versus trend trade. If you made money early on, nothing wrong with just locking that money in. We may get better price action later on in the session. Okay, so just exercise caution in this type of environment. The tendency of most is to overtrade looking for a direction that it's not there. And you could literally break yourself trying to catch a big move and getting chopped up in the process. So just be conscious of the environment. So now this is a structure right here. The market just did, which is breaking, trading above Globex and breaking this trend line. Pullback is buyable with a stop under 70. And we're looking for a signal. So you may get the 88s and you may get the 82s. And those are a couple of good spots where the market can, if it shows strength there, I can jump in. A big deal would be the market breaking 929. We don't want to see price action break the 80, actually. So that's going to be an area where I would be concerned. I don't want to see 80. Because 80 will produce a captain setup short on the 50 NT wrinkle, right? So basically what we want to see is the market right here, right now, bouncing right back up to 94. And then any pullback is getting bought. If that's not going to happen, then no bueno. Yeah. 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 Patience, patience, patience. So broke the 80. Yeah, we may be getting an opportunity here. I'm gonna take the scalp version of this trade. 83.79. Yeah, I'll take the scalp version of it. So basically, what we have, I mean, it really has potential for a bigger move, but I'm not gonna stick around in anything in this market. So what we're having here is look at this captain set up short, and we rallied back up to test, and then came back in. So I took a scalping version of it, and this trade can have 1 to 2 candles in your favor. Okay, and I don't want to see anything above 91. Like, okay, this same setup happened here, and look what the market did. It gave you that one candle run up, which is the same thing that's happening right now, and then came back and closed one candle. So I was playing that game, but I played it for a very quick short profit. Like, in and out, done, thank you, see you later. Okay, so if the market runs up to 97 and a half, that means you're breaking that. And be honest with you, I didn't expect that to happen. Well, here you go, it's happening. Look at that. So the expectation here was to see 1 to 2 candles at least similar to that behavior, and now you're trapping. I mean, are you serious? Like, that's a long behavior right there, because now not only you trapped these people, but you're trapping these people if they did not pay attention to the levels. I mean, we made money, but I understood exactly what I needed to do in that in that area, and I was expecting a bigger push. It didn't happen. Tricky ass market. You gotta see these people coming. Gotta see them coming. Yeah, that's a big deal. What they just did here. Like, literally, I couldn't have made a penny more out of that trade than I just did. All right, I'm just gonna go grab some water. I'll be back, guys. Just give me a second. I'll be back. All right, guys. So we hit the resistance, which is harmony zone number 2, 904 to 914, came back down to harmony zone number 1, and now we're bouncing right back up. The market is spending time in this neutral zone, and we're making higher lows, which is a positive thing to see. So, pullbacks are buyable. I mean, the market is out of sync. Really, the 929 is the level that we need to see. So if we break to 929 on a bigger picture look, that means the market made a captain set up long, a switch trade, and another switch trade. At that point, the longs should be a lot stronger. And then signals on pullbacks can have targets into the 948 and 984. Then obviously you're going to break the 18,000 into the 18,050. Okay, so that's going to be critical. If we find ourselves trading under Globex in the next half an hour or so, then the whole structure is going to not support that push. Adam, where we at, buddy? Kind of quiet. Brad, Marty, Matthew, I don't know if you came back. Mike, where we at? Sheila, any trade? Steven, Said, you're done. Okay. Okay. Adam, you almost have to imagine your ceiling at 20 grand, and think in terms of topping off at 20. So this way you're not just hitting 6 grand and just topping off. Well, you'll have a higher chance of hitting your goal if that's how you think, you know. If you ever, two things, if you ever see yourself like hitting an equity peak, and for whatever reason, excuse me, for whatever reason, let me just drink something here. You seem to hit that wall. Then imagine a higher goal and a higher capacity, and imagine that that's the capacity that you have, and then you're going to push yourself past the wall that you built. That doesn't mean you max out and you go crazy and do all that kind of stuff. It just means that you two things. Imagine that you're down for the day and you have a bigger target. How would you trade then? And how would you trade if you don't know where you're at for the day? Would you trade properly, or would you be reckless? So there's a lot of psychology in that statement right there. I can tell you this, I am better off not knowing where I'm at for the day. Like, the more you watch your P&L, the more emotions that creeps up into your trading. You almost have to trade blind when it comes to your equity, and just simply trade setups, trade proper sizing, trade proper targets. And once you're done for the day, you're done for the day. You look up and you see where you're at. So combination of that, combination of thinking in terms of you have higher capacity, all gets you out of being stuck in a P&L. So I'm looking at this market right now, and look how we hit the high end of it, come back down. We accumulate here, run back up. We're trading in that middle of the range, but there's a distinct behavior here that's happening. I can, as long as that 79 is not really violated, this type of behavior is really bullish. There's a trap that they built on ES, where they put on a captain set up short in the middle of the range and ran that over, and that assisted NQ in running up. So the more they do this, the bigger the stops that you're going to see above 920 into 929. And once we get there, the market is going to catch, and you're going to shoot up. Okay? So just keep an eye on that. And the fact that we break 929, that's a captain setup long on the 200 NT wrinkle plus 2 switch trades in a row. Pullbacks are buyable big time, at least to me. Wow. Okay. Back and forth, back and forth. That's it. Yeah, this type of market, I'm telling you, man. Just you gotta you gotta trade the edge as a price, never the middle of the range. Bro, bro, bro. Okay. That's another higher low. I think we're ready, guys. If we break this right here at 14, we're gonna start going and going hard. Market constantly rotate, sell off, higher low, higher low, higher low. Eventually, it's just gonna break. You're just consuming all that selling pressure, and you can tell that we're almost ready. We're ready. Ain't no sunshine. Here we go. Man, I'm tempted. So tempted. This thing should just be shooting up right about now. It's coming up. We should be at 22 soon. Boom. Coming up. Yeah, I was tempted with that. I mean, I really like it. I like that 906.75 entry point toward 2022. We should still get there. Ah. I'm laughing at myself. I, we read it. We read it. I'm just asking myself, if I see it that clearly, and I see that it's ready, and I see the actual signal, and I see the target. Hold on. Ah, tell me somebody made money. Come on now. Somebody had to be making money up here, right? Adam got a small piece. Marty, Matthew, Steven, Steven, they bucked you out. They bucked you out of it. Pullbacks are nasty. No, I know they're nasty, but you know what? We know how to play the game. Okay. It's all right, baby. Let's go. Let's go. We're reading the market good. We're understanding it. I mean, we saw that one. We saw it coming. We talked about it coming. We knew that the we had it all pegged out. They can run. They can't hide. We got him. 11:01. All right, they can come and pick me off here. They want to. Really? God damn. All right. Oh, all right, all right, all right. Let me see if I can make any more. I mean, I'm trying, but it just I got hammered on two of the contracts, so I'm trying to get back to where I should be able to get that target at 94. It's not my first rodeo. I know this kind of junk. I mean, that's just flush. I needed to add to it exactly the way I added to it, and I had Harmony Zone number two protecting me. I just got out of two because it looked shaky there, and I took a stop. But just holding on to everything that I had, I would have been up big time here. But that's fine. It's part of risk management. I was down more than I like to be down on a trade like this. And target. See, that's just bullshit. That's literally fucking bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. Just look, okay. But I did what I had to do. I don't know where I'm at. I may be down. Oh yeah, those two contracts that I those two contracts that I had really hammered me hard. But it just kept my calm. I've seen this a million times. It's not like something new. And we recovered it. Not at equity high, but massive flush. Massive flush. Mm. So where would have been my out of that trade? And it would have cost me some money, be honest with you. It would have been that 53. 53 would have been my absolute, I don't care what's going to happen. I'm out. But that's why in my head, I was like, okay, I cannot take that stop. Like, I cannot take that value stop because this will be too much money for today for me to get hit that much. So I was like, okay, well, take two out. That gives me more flexibility. But the market should be stabilizing and running back up to that target, which it did. So that was the rationale behind it, but it was nasty. We should be pushing lower under 900 here. captain set up short. Targets 96 and 90. That's some bullshit right there. Ooh. So this test of Harmony Zone number 2, that is the pivot point for the rest of the day. As long as we trade above this point right here, we shall see 954. That means that this captain set up switch trade, and this retest that's gonna resolve itself all the way up to 950. So I'm gonna look for pullbacks as a buying opportunity against that level, and let's go. Target is 954. Target is 954. 954. Pullbacks are buyable. Yeah, Adam, I agree with you. These panic flushes can really wreak havoc on anybody that's trying to, stay, be long and stay long, and you see him just flush just to buy it all the way back. So it's a stop run. It's a stop run, and it's not makes it a bit of a challenge to kind of trade this market, but I think we handled it the best we can. See, what was good about this one is like where the selling was happening. It started, I mean, I my first entry was in the neutral zone. Then I have at the beginning of harmony zone number 2, that's a support area, and the bottom end of harmony zone number 2. So I have this zone right here protecting me along with Globex. So I was like, okay, I know I'm a little bit underwater here. I know where my stop is at 53. I need to make sure that I'm not too oversized to where a stop can really hurt. So once we start getting a bounce, I dumped 2 and kept 2. And then what the market did, and that was the key for me. Check this out. What is that? daily NT wrinkle captain set up long right here. If anything, I should have loaded up at 74 and that dipped to 70, got some more, and then put a stop right under 63, because that would have been a captain set up long, and then boom. So when this is started to happen, I was like, okay, at a minimum, my target should be this zone right here. And I took one earlier just in case, and one right at it. Okay, so the two contract stop is what really kind of actually made me lose money on this trade, a little bit of money on this trade, but I had to protect myself. Because a stop under 53 with 4 contracts, that would have sucked. But anyway, so that's how that one went. Sometimes the market just is not going to do exactly what you want, exactly the way you want it to do it. And I have to adjust and understand the levels and just function within them. So how did that impact my day? It just took some of the profits I had. I was up as much as like 450 or something like that. Let me see here. Yeah. So this is how we're gonna end our morning. 167. And this 167 right here. So equity high on a closing basis, and I'll just take it. I'll take it and I'll do this tomorrow. Take a break, get some lunch, take care of some couple of things, and I don't think I'm gonna trade anymore. I don't know if I trade any more of this market. I'll take a plus positive and call it a day. Yeah, I think that's the game. That's the play. All right, guys, that's it for me. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning.